Hey everyone, welcome back to Common Frontline. Jay here with another review. Today I'm reviewing Secret 6 number 1. Title of this issue is One Less Mouth to Feed. It is written by Gail Simone, pencils by Ken Lashley, and inks are by Ken Lashley and Drew Geraci. Now, this issue starts off with they're in Mexico and they're at this bar. We see Thomas Blake, who is pretty much chilling out, relaxing. There's a singer up on stage, and the ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, comes in and they say, Thomas Blake, you're under arrest. And he's like, okay, I'm not gonna do anything, just don't put cuffs on me. And they're like, yeah, whatever. And if I don't, he was like, trust, if you don't, he basically threatens them and tells them that he's going to urinate on them as a sign to tell them, I'm in charge here. And as he's saying this and doing all of it, he sees out of the corner of his eye that every single one of these ATF officers' badges are the same exact number. He was like, you know what? All your men have the same number. And he realizes this is a thing, and he starts fighting everyone. And the singer up on the stage pulls out a taser, shocks him. He falls, and she's like, burn down the place. And he wakes up, and she tells him, make sure that he's cuffed, and she basically says she's going to urinate on him so he knows whose property he is. And he wakes up, and they say he smells like urine. So he's in this box. He wakes up in this box, and we see that he's in there with the female ventriloquist that we met recently in the new last September's Villains Month. We met her, where she's locked up in there, and he's like disgusted by her because she's ugly and creepy and disgusting. And then he meets some other people in there too. They each, basically they get to know each other. They get shocked, and a message pops up on this thing. They find out that they're in this big like box, and they don't know where they are. But a message pops up on this thing and says, "What is the secret?" They have they have a certain time to find out the answer, and if they don't find out the answer, one of them would die. So they open up a box, and in the middle of the room, and they find 6 masks. Now, two of the masks you could kind of figure out who's going to get them, because one is Strick's mask, who we find out is in there, and one will most likely be Catman's mask, Thomas Blake, because it resembles a cat. The other ones we're not really sure of what they're going to be, but we find out that one girl got a power where she can turn anything into like brittle. They call her porcelain. Again, we find out that the other girl is Strix. We find out one girl is the female ventriloquist. We find out another guy is Damon Wells. They call him Big Shot because he can blow up, like his body gets bigger. And we find out that the other girl is actually Black Alice. Now, Black Alice has pretty much Zatanna's powers here, because she says things backwards and it happens. So she has that kind of magic, at least for right now. I'm not sure how she's going to be in the New 52, but pre-New 52 she could take anybody's magic around her. So maybe Zatanna's in the area, don't know, but right now she has that type of magic. They're told you're going to be dying soon if someone doesn't do it. Catman freaks out, and then because he doesn't like being caged up, and when the Wells knocks him out, seawater starts to seep in, and he's like, we're under the water, and he starts freaking out even more. And then ventriloquist brings out her dummy, and she said, there's 7 of us here. So it was a really well done story. I really liked the story. I felt like you were thrown right into the mix. Just you're right where Catman is. So I really like the story. The story gets 5 stars from me. The art, not so much. I really don't like the art. It's very muddy at times, I would say. So I'm giving the art 3.5 stars. Overall, still a great book. And I'm giving this 4 stars. You know, because I really did like the story, so I'm gonna give this a 4 stars. I recommend picking up Secret Six #1. Gail Simone does a great job. This is the you know, her picking up Catman, doing it all new. I really like the fearlessness of him, how he is. I love Strix in here. I read Birds of Prey, so I loved her in here. I recommend picking up Secret Six #1. Overall, 4 stars. Well, those are my thoughts. Now I want to know what yours are in the comments below. Also, like this video, subscribe to Comic Frontline, check out and subscribe to my channel, The Comic Book Theater. Check out Comic Frontline, the site, for all the latest previews, reviews, news, and interviews. For even more news on all things related to comics, comicrelated.com is your source for all your comic book needs with daily updates. And don't forget to like and follow me and Comic Frontline on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. I'll include all these links in the description below. Until then, I'll catch you in the next review.